Hey there, it's Melissa and I'm back for the Scrappery, and what I'm going to do today is make a new Traveller's Notebook insert. So this is the one I made with the prior Scrappery kit, and if you've been following my videos you would have seen this one. I've got one page to go in it, which I really need to finish. I just need to print my photo, but I just wanted to show you that it is possible to make them yourself, and I'll probably link you to my video where I actually make this one on camera. But I use just ordinary printer paper or copy paper, which is really thin. But when you're adding lots of paper and layers, it's not so bad. But it is, it will bleed through if you're going to do any mixed media. So that's just a quick look at that. What I'm planning to do, and I'll just move this for a sec, is use this gorgeous paper. I love to feature paper, and that's the B side. So you want to have two sides that you like and then decide what's going to be the cover. So that's going to be my cover. Now the dimensions are 21 by 11 centimeters. But before I get to that, I'll just show you this. What I'm intending on using is this paper. I think it's called Trophy Card by Trophy Card, and it's acid free, which I thought was really good because it's good for scrapbooking. Now it should be in between copy paper that you put in your printer and cardstock, so it's a weight that is going to be better for Traveller's Notebook. And so that's the detail there, 160 GSM. I'm not even sure what that is, but yeah, I got it from Warehouse Stationery here in Queenstown in New Zealand. I'm sure in Australia or wherever you are you can get something similar. So that's in Snow. And what I'm intending on doing is jumping into 30 Days of Grateful. That's something that they do in the States, particular for November, because Thanksgiving is in November. And before I'm just laughing because I do need to quickly show you. This was my 100 Days of Scripture, and yeah, this little album is pretty much full. And I did some for the Scrappery, in particular that one, I think. I'm sure I did. Or I used products anyway. I've used other products from my stash, but what I'm trying to say is that I did not finish. I got to, well, I didn't even write in these ones. So 27, 28, 29. I really should just complete those. This was a bit of a stretch for me with a baby and 3 other kids and work. And it got to the point where it was actually too much because I had decided to stitch on every page. I had to make every single page, and then I was meant to be keeping embellishment to a minimum, but you know, me and embellishment, I kind of can't. So what I'm going to do, and I think because 30 days is 30 days, and I'm going to start at whatever the date is today, 5th or 6th, and I will go for 30 days, and it'll probably go over into December, into the first week, which is December Daily, which I love. But that's okay. I'm going to make this as easy as possible by doing a Traveller's Notebook. I'm going to have 2 days to a page. What I'm going to do is go away, make this. I'm going to start probably tomorrow and just fill it in each day. It's not meant to be a big thing, but I think it's really good to take this month and think about what I want to be grateful for. And I've always wanted to do this and I haven't, but I think 30 days is really doable, and it will just lead me right into December Daily. So I'm going to make this and come back and show you what I'm doing. So here is my finished album, and I'm loving how it's looking with that beautiful paper. You can see my hand-stitched binding. I'm not sure if I did it correctly, but it's going to work for me. And excuse my head there. So I got this cut apart, and it's from the PLK, and I just wanted something to go on the cover, and so I'm selecting that darker one with the crosshatch on it, and I think that'll look really good with the 2 sets of letter stickers. One is a thicker and one is letter sticker. So I'm not the best at using my trimmer. It's a new one for me, and I'm still finding my way around it, so I've just used my scissors just to trim out the excess from the other cut apart, if that makes sense. And so I'm just using double-sided tape to ensure that I get the whole thing stuck down. So these are the Dear Lizzie thickers, and they're beautiful. They're like enamel. And I'm going just with 30 Days of Grateful. You could also call it 30 Days of Being Thankful. So I'm using the Kaisercraft Ivory letter stickers, and these on their own they will not stick. This is the cover of my little notebook, and so I should have thought about this earlier, and I didn't really want to add any glue to them. And I'm fumbling a bit here. It's like I've got massive hands and fingers compared to the size of them. But I had it positioned slightly crooked, so I just fixed it up. I could have used my little craft tweezers, and I had a bit of trouble putting this sticker on straight, and I've just written the word grateful. And so then I'm just adding, because I probably should have thought about where I was going to position the word grateful. So I needed something to fill in the gap and make it look intentional. So I'm just using 2 of the hearts and 1 of the dots, and they're enamel from the Bohemian Dream collection. And then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. So at this point I'm thinking, right, let's have that on the inside cover, that purple one. So I took it over to my sewing machine. I'm leaving the threads long on the front, trimming them off at the back. And then with this piece, which I also need to trim out, it can cover up my stitching. So I'm glad that I was able to stitch those letters down in retrospect, and if I'd planned this, I would have done it before I glued that piece on the front. But you'll never know. So once again, just using my double-sided tape right to the edge to stick this down. So now you're just going to see me work on the inside cover. I'm not intending on having this album really heavily embellished. It'll be, I'm going to use some of the stamps, and it's probably some of the stickers, but really this album or this notebook is all going to be about my writing, my journaling. So I probably won't, I don't think I'm going to make any more videos of my process, but when I'm finished I will do a flip through of it and you can see it. Now I don't know if I'll share that here on the Scrappery. It may just be on my personal channel. So I'll link my personal channel below. If you like my videos, head on over there because I share a lot more, obviously, not just with Scrappery on there. So I'm just adding my intentions and why I'm doing it, and I'm saying that I'm not starting, I didn't start on the 1st of November, I'm just starting from whatever date I start from. And then I just added a couple of rhinestones. So that is my notebook. I hope you enjoyed this process. And here are a couple of close-ups. I will be back again next week. Take care.